Welcome back to another video. Let's see, this is the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth fight of the night, I believe. We've got Madaline in the black top with the gray pants in the corner near us. And then we've got, I believe it's Liadri in the tank top in the far corner. Liadri, she's been going to the striking classes. She's been in sparring. She's definitely been around for a minute, so she's not unfamiliar to anything like this. I don't believe she's done much mixed martial arts, but she has been mixing into the MMA class and bringing some friends and having some fun in there. But I was very impressed by the ladies matching up and getting set up together. Now, Madaline on our side in the gray pants, she is like a hair away from being a purple belt. She's competed in jiu-jitsu before. She's done a little bit of hands, maybe nothing too recent. I've been trying to get her to come into the MMA class because when I told her at the Mox fight, she was definitely interested in getting in there. So I said, hey, come on in. We'll do the drills that you need. That way your ground game will be more effective. But didn't happen. So she's coming in here pretty raw. You know, she's been active in grappling, but I don't know the last time she's thrown a punch. So, you know, very impressed to see her take this fight, and we'll see it going from there. Now, she goes in for a takedown. She shoots in, but when there is a weight disparity, there's definitely a weight class between these two. You don't want to put your opponent in a position where they can sprawl on you, where they can get you in a headlock, they can put a lot of weight on you. It's a great way to get into a bad position, get fatigued out. So Madaline was able to back out of that, and we're going to see, you know, does that change the decision making down the road? Are we not shooting it anymore? Well, if that's the case, then how are we going to get it to the ground? You know, how are we going to solve that issue? Liadri, I believe is the name. She's got some reach, and she's got more experience with striking, so that's what we're seeing right now. Can you keep a grappler off you? Can you control it? Maybe we can use the clinch, bully a little bit. If there is going to be a weight class disparity, well, you know, use that to your advantage, because your opponent, if they're going to be faster, they're going to use that to their advantage. So in the first round, this is a 3 rounds, 3 3-minute rounds, 1 minute rest. Body shot from Madaline. She is ducking out of clinches a little bit, so that's something she has to be careful for. Hopefully she does not catch a knee for doing that again. Not doing a ton of striking, although I'm very impressed. She's keeping her guard tight. She's going high. She's going low. We're seeing that body shot. Maybe she should sink that in there just a little bit more. That way she's getting a reaction for it. Liadri throwing out those leg kicks. I would like to see more of a setup before those leg kicks. That way they're going to hit better. She's also throwing them into the hip a little bit more. You either want to get them right under the ribs or you want to get into the muscle of the leg. But if you throw it right at the belt, not going to do much. We kind of call that a hip check. But who knows? Maybe it is possible she's just kind of being light with it, being nice with it, being a little bit gentle. Liadri pushes her to the cage, starting to try to overwhelm her a little bit, using that side disparity to her advantage. Because, of course, Madaline's going to start using that speed. Can Madaline get a good position? They're going for a clinch. She's trying to step inside, possibly going for a sweep, possibly for a throw. But they're closing the distance. She's taking less strikes as it is right now. The girl's clinching up. Looks like they're about to break free. So nothing of it. Definitely a lot more difficult to grapple with the boxing gloves on. So that's going to be a factor. Good leg kick from Madaline. She's going high. She's going low. Again, that body shot. She slips outside. Fantastic. Liadri slips a knee in there. Good control. Good control. She gets a leg kick for her trouble. They kick back and forth. Again, that body shot. Ooh, close with the knee. I would say that's more because Madaline's ducking her head out. And so, you know, luckily nothing too bad there. But that is going to be the end of that round. So, really good round. Back and forth. We're seeing the difference in size, the difference in reach. But you wouldn't know without me telling you that Madaline hasn't really been doing a lot of striking. Really good keeping her hands up. I was really impressed with the way that she's mixing up, going high, throwing in that body shot, leg kicks here and there. Pretty good. I would like to see more grappling out of her. When we come to these matches, it's not a sparring session. It's not just kind of going in there getting a workout. It's let's come in with a game plan and let's win rounds and win a fight. Let's go in there, practice the strategy. We've been working on the technique for who knows how long. Let's practice the strategy. Let's get in there. Let's control the fight. Let's fight the fight that we want to fight. And that's what I'm looking for. So, some terrible dancing in the corner, just keeping the crowd hot. They really didn't need my help. This was probably one of the loudest fights of the night, and definitely contender for fight of the night. You could have gone either way with the Sage fight or with the Madaline fight. But here we go. Looks like round 2. They are going to touch, and we're going back at it. trying to keep them in frame, trying to distract you too much, but keep them in frame. That way, you know, they get their videos, even though that phone eventually died and ate all of our footage. But the number one thing after these fights is people are like, oh, give me the footage as soon as possible. So that's what we're doing right now. We're fixing it. We're getting the voiceover. We're making it happen. And we'll have some redundancy for next time. The ladies exchanging back and forth, good circling. Got to say, they put the boys to shame with the intensity that they got after it. They really got in there. And seeing the diversity of skills, you know, going high, going low, punches, leg kicks, etc. Liadri getting those knees in there, trying to control the fight, possibly trying to get to a clinch, get into a tie clinch. Doesn't want to grapple here, but she's throwing those kicks in there. Again, I would like to see those kicks getting set up. We see a check right there. Madaline scoring with some hands. They go back, they go forward. Liadri trying to set something up, trying to position her where she wants, possibly getting a little body shot in there. Pushing Madaline back to the cage. That might be a good strategy. Just slow her down. Good front kicks getting in there. I was kind of wondering if Liadri's going to chop the legs a little bit more with the leg kicks and possibly take the wrestling out of it. Huge hip toss right here. This completely shook the house as far as the crowd reaction. This stopped all action in the house. Madaline hit a beautiful hip toss that we unfortunately missed. The first thing I thought about when I found out that the footage got messed up on the other camera was that needing that hip toss, and then now, of course, it's in the corner, so we kind of miss it over here as well. But my goodness, massive hip toss from Madaline. In the first round, she went under for a shot, and then she kind of got sprawled on, had to carry that weight. And so for her to find a better solution as far as bringing the match to the ground, as my beard gets in the way of the mic, fantastic work. So both ladies back to their feet. Second round, battling back and forth. That hip toss makes a clear statement and could be enough to win the round. So I'm curious to see if that is going to change how Liadri approaches the end of the second round. You don't want to blow your wad and get fatigued, but you know, you could easily say this fight's going Madaline's way. We're seeing some back and forth, nothing too obvious. Madaline keeping the hands up, very impressed. She's protecting that chin very well. In MMA, we try to protect the eyebrows a little bit more. That way, if something goes high, you have less of a chance of getting cut. But Madaline coming in with a kind of standard boxing guard. And she's looking good for it. Madaline gets another takedown when they clinch. Liadri needs to learn how to keep her distance and really use her distance for striking. But Madaline sneaks in another takedown late into, I believe, the second round. She's on top. Seeing some positional stuff. Madeline's isolating an armbar right there. She's got the arm isolated. She's going for it. Short time in the round, and the time does expire. So we're going to see round number 3. Super close on that armbar. Super close. Good transition. Again, doing grappling in the boxing gloves is definitely going to be a factor. And I really don't know the last time that she's had boxing gloves on, but she's not making it look like it's been a while. Fantastic work from our ring girl Ja over here, showing us that round 3 is going to come. Like I got to say it again, this was possibly the loudest fight that we've put on in that building this night and other nights. Fantastic work keeping the crowd hot. Very, very impressed and very eager to enter into this round 3. But even with the size disparity, Madeline's doing fantastic. Getting those hip tosses, really showing you what grappling can do. I'm liking to see that. Liadri not doing bad at all. I would like to see more control of distance. If you're in, you're clinching. Otherwise, keep her off of you. Keep her away. Use those strikes that you have. Set up the leg kicks. That's what we're going to need to see going into round 3. But this one could easily go either way. So round 3, here we go. They touch, and we started off. We've got 3 minutes in the round. Madaline looking very fresh. She hasn't slowed down one bit since the fight started. She was a little bit nervous how it was going to feel being in front of camera. She's a fantastic performer, but sometimes that camera can get you a little bit weird. So it's nice to have, again, opportunities like this to train that. All these things are trainable. You know, if you go and do a grappling tournament, I guarantee somebody's mom's filming. Madaline goes for a takedown, gets reversed. Madaline on her back for maybe the first time. She goes for an armbar, isolates that arm, and I believe she's isolated that arm. She's going for it. That is the tap. Fantastic work. I gotta say, that submission of the night right there. Fantastic work. Just run through my memory real quick. We did have some other submissions, but that one right there, getting tossed on her back. 2 beautiful hip tosses in the second round. Getting tossed and reversed onto her back in the bottom position. That jiu-jitsu comes quick. She pulls out that armbar. Fantastic work. And we'll add that to the list of things that we can work on in future MMA classes. How to throw the armbar, how to defend the armbar. Fantastic work from both the ladies. That's absolutely why we come here to see. And I gotta say again, probably the loudest fight of the night. That was just fantastic work. Very exciting back and forth. That's why we do this. The first thing I thought about when the footage got messed up was trying to find a way to capture these fights, and I'm glad I was able to put something out. So fantastic work as always. I'll see you in the next video.